This is a really important question. It's been debated on this show. It's been thrown to guests, and we're gonna have you settle it once and for all because
All right. There's a lot of
you.
pressure on me right now.
Yeah, it is. But you get to settle it because you actually wore the uniforms. What's the best Mets uniform?
Oh man, this is such a hot topic. So for one, I can't stand the pinstripes.
That shocks me.
So that's my least favorite uniform that we ever wore. I love a color contrast. So this is probably a twofold. I really liked the home white pants with the black tops, and I love the road gray bottoms with the blue tops. Those are probably my two favorite uniform combinations. Because I like a little contrast between the top and the bottom. So I'd go home white pants with the black tops, and then the road blue tops with the gray pants.
Are you a
So
fan of the new
who
blue
wins? Who
jerseys?
wins?
Man, I think I'd go with the black tops.
You like
Like
them?
the ones you wore. Joe and I are not crazy about the slight alterations to the modern ones.
Like what's the problem with them?
They're
Like if you had
missing like that white
suggestion,
pipe. I would say like the white piping that's kind of like
Yeah.
around the letters. It makes it hard to. I mean, we know who the players are because of who we are. But if you're at the ballpark and you're trying to point something out, you can't read a name on a jersey. You can't make anything out even on TV. So it's missing that little thing. I think that just makes the letters and everything pop on it.
okay, okay, I think that's a fairly good suggestion.
Yeah. So a lot of the questions we've asked so far, David, it's been with some context and everything. This is going to be a
Mhm.
straight and to the point question.
Yep.
What does being a captain mean to you?
The greatest honor that I've ever received on or off the baseball field.
This team right now, it's well known they've hit a rough stretch. It's the second one of the year. As a captain, what do you do in a situation like this? Is it a time where you have to go up and speak, or are there times where you kind of know, you go individual by individual? Like, how does a captain handle a stretch where the team's feeling a little pressure and they're just not performing?
So I think this is one of the mistakes that we made in '07 that still keeps me up at nights now, is that we went into a little rut. It happened to be at the end of September where we were up 7 with 17 to play, and we couldn't do anything right. And I remember, and it wasn't the players' fault, it wasn't the coach's fault, it wasn't the manager's fault, it wasn't anybody's fault, but we felt like the best way to get out of this was to continuously have these team meetings when we wouldn't have them during the normal part of August or June or whenever. So when we had these team meetings, we just felt like it became more pressure because we were talking about, like, let's play loose. Well, when you're talking about playing loose, it has the opposite effect sometimes where you just start trying harder. So I think, in the clubhouse, and there's some tremendous leaders in that clubhouse right now, but it's an individual thing where, when guys are eating lunch, maybe you pull up a chair to a table of guys eating lunch and you just start, kind of talking about thought process or routine or, the little things that maybe you can do better. Because it's very easy to point and say, hey, we need to score more runs, but it's hard to do in the big leagues. Like I said, the pitchers are getting paid also to get you out. So, but just the process, you got to stick to a process. Sometimes you might have to change up the process a little bit, change up the routine. But just kind of, I was more of a go to each guy individually and just kind of hear their thought process or what's bothering them or what we could do better, or just kind of have an open forum as to, what they thought was the best way that we can kind of pop out of one of these little stretches.